everyone, and welcome to Deseret, the Void Coven, a Children of Midnight actual play. Um, let's first start off by introducing ourselves and our characters, and as always, we'll start with Vice.
I'm Vice. I will be playing Helia tonight, who has a slightly different look from last time, as she used quite a surge of wild magic. So instead of her normal bright, colorful exterior, she's a little bit more goopy, taking after more of like the ink cap mushroom.
And Tenny?
I am Tunny. I'm going to be playing Ash today. Ash goes by they them pronouns, and last time was rescued by their very brave kitty Diana.
And Misha.
Guest starring today. I'll be playing Ricky. I'm excited to just slowly reveal whatever his deal is. We're gonna find out together.
The great thing about this is Misha's character is about 20 minutes old. So, one of the great things about Forge in the Dark games in general, but especially Children of Midnight and Plunge into the Dark. Very, very quick, very, very easy to get into. All right. So to recap, last session, the Void Coven was kidnapped and thrown into a jail, and subsequently had to use their familiars to break out. At the end of that, after finally managing to reconnect with their own bodies and uh, finally get out of the quorum site in which they were captured, a strange golden bird stole the collar off of Diona and then teleported them all into an aviary. So, when Helia and Ash look around, they see people looking in at them from as they are in a bird enclosure, and unfortunately, Ramus is unconscious on the ground, and Molly is likewise. So, first things first, when you look at the people who are outside of the enclosure, you notice that most of them have really fair, smooth skin and pointy ears. Their eyes are pulled just slightly and seem to be a solid color rather than the normal white sclera, which means you are no longer in Deseret. So, what do you two do?
Well, first thing first, I make sure that Diana's okay from all that happened, and then I just try to get a look at my surroundings and try and like ground myself and figure out what's going on.
So, Diana seems unharmed. From what you can tell of your spiritual connection, they haven't really. They weren't infected after everything. Remember they got hurt at one point last session, but that's mostly shrugged off at this point.
I guess Helia's gonna go ahead and like check in on Molly and Ramus. Specifically in the fact of like, we are not home. This is not Deseret, and we have an unconscious duck and friend. If I remember correctly, Helia has a dress that has quite a large pocket, mostly for like foraging and all that. So she's going to put Molly into the pocket of her dress.
Oh, wonderful.
It's like a little like a marsupial.
Just bloop. Like it. Hey. Unconscious Duck is my new brand name. From Struggle Princess. Alright. So, as you guys are checking on your friends and your familiars, one of the voices calls into you. What are you doing? Why are you here? What are your names? Are you mundane? You.
First off, that's what we're trying to figure out, where we are. And excuse me, you're being super rude right now. So why don't you tell us, where are we?
Ice froze.
Their power flickered. He'll be a second. Ah! Hold on. Apparently, the powers that be do not like us this morning.
Oh no.
It's okay, we got this.
Alright. Reset my camera. And
Nice disappearing is progress, though.
right? At least something's happening.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I believe this happened also to me pretty early on, like in the second episode. So our first streamed episode.
Why not both? I want to be both Vic and me for a bit. Why not? Why not?
Well, I mean, if you moved over just a little bit, you'd be like half and half in the on the two edges, but like at the opposite edges. Other way. There you
Way. Slightly that one way when you want to talk as Vice, the other way when you're talking as yourself.
There you go. Ooh, here we go.
I'm alive again.
Yay!
So sorry
back.
about that. The power decided to say nope, but we got it back.
Yeah. All right. What was the last thing you heard?
I finished talking about putting Molly in my pocket, and you said "aw," and then it just gone.
Oh no.
All right. So
Must be a bad omen.
the duck went into the pocket. Okay. By the way, this is going to be a bad trick at the end. Remind me. Anyways, so the duck went into the pocket, and then one of the people on the outside says, "Who are you? What are you doing here? How did you get in that cage? And you, are you mundane?" Which is referencing humans without magic. And then
Reference
Ash,
who without magic?
humans without magic. They're called
Oh,
mundanes.
yeah.
And then Ash popped off with. I can't remember what you said.
I popped up with, first off, we're trying to figure out where we are. So calm down a second. Second, you're being rude. Why don't you tell us where we are?
You're in Deseret, the great city. Come on, can't be that daft. Oh, you've never been here, you poor things.
I look at Helia and I'm like, poor things? Us? Wow, okay.
I know I look a little bit worse for wear, but that's rude. Look, it has been a long day. Anyways, nice to meet you. My name is Helia, and we are not mundane now.
No, we're just captured and recaptured, apparently.
Apparently, seems to be our luck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't stay in that cage, so you might as well come out. And they just put their hand through the bars and come back out. Are you going to come, or are you just
Dragging
going to stay?
Ramus behind us.
Well, this isn't suspicious at all.
Oh, this is our friend, don't worry.
Friend,
That
huh?
sounds suspicious.
Don't you mean? It doesn't sound suspicious at all.
Well,
Okay.
seeing as
Thank you for that. Now we just want to figure out how to get back where our home is.
oh, of course. I'm guessing you're from Deseret by those clothes.
Yes.
Well, seeing as how this is your first time in Deseret, you'll have to check in with those at the gate.
Check in why we don't plan on staying or possibly coming
It's
back.
just
We just
it's just a formality. Anyone who comes here must check in.
Helia, does that sound
Uh,
suspicious to you?
a
Like
little bit. Is
they're
this like one of those oh, write your name down and sell your soul. We're going to
right.
sacrifice you later.
Yeah, like just give us all your information. We won't do nothing with it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
we just need your social security number and like your credit card
Your
information,
name,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
birthday.
your mother's maiden name.
You can trust us. It's fine.
It's just a formality, guys. Don't be so.
We've heard that where we're from too. And formalities mean bad things. That's why we're a bit little suspicious.
Do you want to go home?
Well, hear that? Huh. So if we don't comply, we don't go home. Is that what you're saying?
Of course not. I'm just saying that it would be harder to do so. We have a portal straight to the Deseret mountains.
So then how did we end up here?
Right.
Probably the little bird.
Your birds are like cracked out, man.
Oh no, it only happens when they grab an Arcadian stone. They have too much power and don't know what to do with it.
I see. Um, did we end up grabbing any of the red stones?
Let's see, if I remember right, you grabbed some, but they're back at the Coven stead.
Ah, heard.
Oh,
'Cause I was gonna-
from the building. I don't know if you did grab them from the steakhouse.
Uh, I think I grabbed the one that the guard was wearing that we knocked out. But I don't remember if I kept that or if I dropped it.
No, I remember you were going to grab it, but kept failing.
That's right, that's right. I knew I wanted something with it, but that's fair. Yeah, I remember failing. In that case, Helia's gonna try to like stealthily pass one of the stones over to Ash. But we'll keep holding on to Ramus's stone for the time being.
Okay. So, when it's in your hand, you feel a rush of power that it feels like when you use the wild magic, only amplified. So all of your spells will be greater effect at the moment, and as soon as Ash touches one, they feel the same thing.
Wow.
Okay. Now, we're going to stop for just a moment, and we're going to go to Ricky. So, Seneschal, probably is telling you that there is a griffin that needs to be introduced to the local population and all that good jazz, which is why you're here in Arcadia. However, um, the uh, the Terraced version of the Tracy Aviary uh, is now in commotion as people are whispering the bird brought something back. It's not supposed to be here. They're going to meet those at the gate.
Okay. Case. Might as well go check on that myself. I'm going to go do that.
Okay. You see a group of elf guards herding, because there's no better word for it, those two. And they're dragging a body behind them.
In what position? Okay, so I want to assume my level of authority is very low.
Mm-hmm. You are welcome
But
here, but you are a guest, nothing more.
yes, I am a guest, but I'm also very curious and sort of asshole. I'm gonna sort of try to keep a curious distance without being too obvious, but
Okay.
like close enough. Just sort of, I want to be able to have heard their conversation a little bit. But I guess by that point, I'll probably just sort of stumble in, we'll say.
Okay.
Uh, just as though I am in a rush to try to do something. My curiosity is spiked as these are people that are not normal here, as am I. I'm gonna stumble into one of the guards and be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Holding onto his shoulder. Oh, sorry. I'm just in such a rush trying to get everything together. Eyes sort of walking with these two a bit.
Okay. You, as you get closer, recognize them as members of the Void Coven. In Deseret, they've made a name for themselves by taking on the big boss, Quorum, on now 4 different occasions. So they're somehow managing to escape Quorum, which is causing a rift. Or not a rift, a ripple.
What's going on here? Does he?
Hmm?
I'm asking the guard what's going on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just these visitors were caught
Mhm.
by the golden bird.
Oh, that's exciting. Um, well, I just think it's sort of nice. It's nice to see something a bit more familiar. I know being from what I call it the mundane realm. Would I just be like I'm from
Oh,
the
uh,
mundane realm or
if you want to,
that
they just call it Earth or Terra.
okay, being from Earth, it's a little surprising to see those who are a bit more familiar. Is it all right if I tag along a little?
If you can get them to go to those at the gate, yeah. I can tell they're not exactly uh, law abiding.
Isn't every once in a while. But I could be persuasive. But do I know? Sorry, I'm asking so many questions. Do I know if this is a necessary precaution to take?
So what you know is that Seneschal arranged for you to never meet those who guard the gate for your safety.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I could take them. They might be more comfortable with someone of a familiar nature.
Okay. If you can get them to go, they're your charge.
Does the guard leave?
So they watch you, but they step away.
Okay. I'd sort of.
And then as you approach these two, the other guards take note and part.
Hey, hi. You guys are from the Void Coven, right?
I guess, are we that well known?
Oh, pretty well known, yeah. My name's Ricky. I'm just on here on a bit of business, just trying to figure some things out, get things a bit sorted. How? So the bird brought you in.
I suppose so. That is what we were told, at the very least.
Interesting. Well, what we're not going to do is what they asked you to do. We're going to try to get you back. Or
Sounds good to
Good
me.
idea.
Yeah. I still have some work to do.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to tag along. Unless you guys have other objectives while you're here, something you need to take care of, I could help you with that instead.
Huey's gonna look over to Ash and just kind of like, so they look a little bit more familiar, but also like, and we'll just gesture to like Ramus's unconscious body as like Helia's holding Ramus's wrist and like gestures to Molly in her pocket. Like, we've got some extra baggage at the moment.
Ricky's completely overlooking the catatonic, like the comatose bodies. Like, he is not engaged with that at all. If anything, he's used to it.
I mean, I'm always down for the adventure, but I want to know what you think as well.
Well, I'm down for the adventure too, but this is an unknown place. And how do we know they're not sending someone to keep us compliant and let our guard down after we initially told them no?
Is
You
Ricky
do
a
have a
plant?
point. You do indeed have a point. Let's see. What could be like a test that we could do for us to see if we can trust them?
Let's see.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to join us to overthrow quorum?
I'm going to. Let me see if this will work. Okay. So, we're going to say that.
Uh-oh. That's never good.
I did not think that would actually roll on screen, but
Oh
okay.
no.
Oh boy.
That was just a 2-die fortune roll. So we're going to say that Ricky has a seneschal pendant on their neck, or whatever jewelry suits you best.
I like
Um,
it. Maybe pearls and then the seashell.
and so you two can identify that as one of Seneschal's items. They have been, uh, or they have expressed interest in reaching out to you for jobs in the past, at least in passing. So you know they're probably trustworthy at this point.
Okay. Interesting.
But um,
Squishing Candy's face. Who's a good Wolverine?
uh, there's another way because bound witches cannot use wild magic.
Hmm.
So if you can figure out something to do on how to test that, if they can use wild magic, that would be a great breaker.
Should we just ask outright?
Well, here's the thing. They said they had stuff to do. But are we going to be dragging our friends along this whole time? You'll get tired. I know I can't do it.
Well, let's see. I'm sorry, my cat is currently
Doing
climbing on-
acrobatics in the background, parkour, bitch. Oh,
Cute baby.
had to get to you.
That is a good point because I could tie my vines to Ramus, but I would get very tired after a while of dragging.
And I'm
He
too
was
little
gonna-
to carry anyone.
he was gonna turn over to like Ricky real quick and just be like, "Do you happen to have a cart? Like just something that we could pull our friend around in? Because it seems that they're a little bit tired."
Not with me right now, no. Not very strong either, not gonna lie.
Your cat, I swear.
He just death dropped
I'm
straight
sorry.
up. I might have a cart. I could bring it back. I probably have a cart. Would you say?
Oh yeah, probably.
Probably
It
a
is
smelly
a
cart, a
tiny
manure cart.
It would make it a lot easier to travel with you if we had a cart to pull our friend in. Because while I could be strong enough to drag them a little while,
Half of our stream is just going to be your cat freaking out.
they have the zoomies right now.
Engagements.
Literally.
While I could drag him around for a little while, it would be a little bit more convenient to have a cart to pull him around for the time being.
Candy also might be able to help.
And who is Candy?
So like literally just out of the back of my shirt sweater situation and just pull out my Wolverine, who's again aquatic, so I imagine it's like a Wolverine with a bunch of like coral bits on its back, just sort of growing out in spikes, and it's like purples and blues and greens, so it's more of like that harsher, brighter tone of like the ocean, as opposed to my softer pink and pale.
Mm.
He is frothing at the mouth, and he is blue.
Cute. Hell yeah.
I mean, the way I see it, it is our best option right now. Because while we
Actually,
could go off on our own, I'm a little bit tapped out. And
technically, it's our only option right now.
I mean, another option could have been going with the people who are unfamiliar to this
True,
game.
true.
Just that I was told to completely bypass the whole introduction, putting yourself in thing for my safety. So I'm assuming it'd also be better for your safety if we avoided that.
I would indeed appreciate that.
So, we will say that one of your superiors, or one of your Genesol friends, is working on a bar guest. And so they have a nice big cart, but now to transport it, the cart is free to use.
So either I could leave you guys here and I can go get the cart, or or Candy can put in the work. What is your preference?
This is our friend Ramus. I have their familiar with me in my pocket, but are you sure that Candy will be strong enough to pull Ramus along? I mean I can pull him for a little while.
We could even take turns. I don't mind.
All right.
I'm used to dead bodies. It's all right.
Just barely drop
they're
that in.
not. They're not dead.
Oh, that's an entirely different story then.
No,
I'll try
they're
to be.
unconscious.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought. Ooh, I completely misunderstood the situation.
Poor Ricky.
I'll get a cart. I'll be right back.
Temporary
Just,
dirt map.
my only worry is leaving them alone. But even just us taking turns, this is the whole reason this has sort of been stalling.
See, I'm pretty sure that if you just explain it to one of the guards, they'd be understanding.
Yeah.
These two just can't, try running off.
Yeah. We'll say I do that. Oh, I'm paused. Okay. You say I do that.
Okay.
And then I come back to the cart.
Okay. Your ally looks at you a little weird, but let you take the cart.
Completely casual, normal. I'm gonna go. I'll be right back.
Don't go to the gate.
Yep.
I honestly feel like it's in the same tone of like a don't play by the creek when you're a child.
Yes. Exactly. Come back with a. Again, I think I already said, but I imagine it was a manure cart. Once again, Ricky's thought process was somewhere else. He tried to clean it out to the best of his ability, but it smells pretty bad.
Okay. Raymond's going to come back and just smell like manure next session.
Okay, hold on. Because both myself and Ramus are mandrakes, like
Fair.
he can
Yeah.
I just won't prune him and he'll just go ahead and spout little flowers so it'll smell a little bit nicer.
They're probably
Nice,
bigger
yeah.
balloons than normal.
Things are already working out perfectly. It's like I was meant to be here or something.
Oh yeah, totally.
I helped put him in the cart.
Okay. Now, I'm guessing you guys are going to at least go in the direction of those who guard the gates, until you're out of eye shot.
I start leading towards the area and just sort of having casual conversation like, yeah, food here is really interesting, but like watch who you eat it, like who you take it from, and then this and that, and this and that. I've been doing this and that. Okay, let's go this way.
Okay. When you guys are away from the aviary, you notice that it is quite similar to Deseret, except for instead of being in a mountain desert, it is a lush forest. There are constantly changing color of leaves as they cycle almost by the minute through the different seasons.
Interesting. Okay. Um, so how did you get here? Was it like did you also come in via bird?
No, I was sitting here. Was I here on? Did we decide on? I was here on accident or just here on task? Business or
Uh,
pleasure?
I mean, ¿por qué no los dos? So I believe what we first said was that it was an accident, but then it
But
came
now
out.
I'm working.
Yes, so it could
Yeah.
be an accidental, and then they decided to just put you to work since you started here. What would you prefer?
I think me just sort of stumbling in is very. My aspect is literally the fool card. So
Wonderful.
ass backwards into success, as they say. Uh, I just sort of fell into the position. I'm helping out with their animals. That's a good way to put it.
Huey thinks on this for a second, like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that answer. But we'll see, I guess.
I think it's really cool to see others from Earth. Uh, it's probably been a bit, right? Yeah, it's been a bit. It's been very lonely. Um, Everybody sees me weird and talks about me weird, which that is what it is. It's not to be around people from Earth.
Stay.
Hmm? Where do I
So why?
stay?
Yeah.
Wait, where do I stay or why do I stay? I didn't
Why?
follow. Why? It must be the accent. Um,
Of course.
well, let's it's sort of hard to go back once you're here. Is that a good
That's a great answer. It's also
Yeah.
very ambiguous.
Mhm.
Because, like, is the place drawing you in, or have you just not found a portal yet?
It's hard to go back once you're here. But we could totally get you guys back. I'm not trying to discourage you. We'll find a way to get you guys back for sure.
Yeah, because that sounds
Good
like two
old.
different things. Because you're trying to help us get back, but then you said it's hard to get back once we're here. So, which is it?
I mean, it could be both. I really do want to help.
Considering we didn't even want to be here in the first place. This was all by accident.
Uh, let's at least start with getting your friends rested, and then I have work to do, and then I'll help you guys. How's that?
How long
Sure.
is this work going to take? What is this work?
Will the work take? I just keep asking and bombarding.
Okay, so they want you to introduce a griffin to the local population, which in your line of work means there's a loner griffin that just needs to be led to water, basically.
Need to,
And
yeah.
they normally exist or roost in the Eastern Mountains.
Eastern Mountains. Okay. I just need to reintroduce a griffin to the Eastern Mountains, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump away from here. It shouldn't be too big of an issue.
That sounds like it would take quite some time to do by yourself.
Myself, yeah.
We could assist. Let our friend rest somewhere safely. We can get that work done, and then it'll be faster for us to get out of here.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's a great plan that you came up with. Yes.
Are we gonna want to leave our friends by themselves in this strange place?
I'm by myself here all the time. It should be pretty okay.
Well, I mean, you've been here how long? And plus, they're unconscious.
Time works differently in Arcadia.
I was literally gonna say. I'm
So
just
what
like,
year was it when you got left here?
how long have you been 22?
So
Yeah.
I'm going to say that the direction that Ricky points to, general, like, it's a griffin in that direction, points towards the mountain that the Void Coven sits on in Earth, in Deseret.
Helia's gonna lean over to Ash of perhaps we might find a portal there? Get us closer to home? I don't know
Maybe.
how that works exactly. I did not pay attention in school. But we could at
Just
least try. I might be able to reach out to some of the spirits here, see if they could answer any questions.
possibly. Just be careful. I don't like this one bit.
I think the unsureness is a little exciting, but I would like to get back to our coven instead. I have some projects I was working on that I would like to continue.
I have my bed to get back to.
So I guess while we are on our way to the Griffin, Helia will probably switch off pulling Ramus with someone else so she could conduct a short little ritual to see if there are any spirits nearby, and if so, what type.
Okay. So, what does that look like? How
Uh,
exactly, yeah, how exactly do you perform the ritual to do such?
I
This is almost pure
imagine.
flavor text, if I remember.
Oh yeah. So I imagine that since Helia is already looking a little rougher than normal, but I guess to Ricky this is normal for Helia. She's gonna go ahead and just while they're walking, we'll pick up some dirt and just kind of feel it. We'll go ahead and maybe pluck one of her vine hair strands and a few flowers and just almost make a tiny little nature plant form of bouquet almost to kind of just gather different components of the land and ask almost the bouquet exactly to act as a trail to see what type of spirits are nearby.
Okay. Let's do. Let me have you do a 2-die fortune roll.
Alrighty. And then that would be 2F, correct?
Correct. Okay. Good results. Mixed results. Limited partial effect, 2 ticks. Cool. I probably should have done gather information instead, but whatever. Okay, so unlike the spirits in Deseret, the spirits here seem generally helpful. Um, so they have nature spirits all over the place. It just seems more lively, and there is not the presence of redstones to like keep them dampened or make them irritable. So they're just generally in good moods.
Okay. Sorry, some of my other uh, abilities and such to see if there was anything I could do with that.
Let me see. Where is?
Well, but as that stands, so you said that I had done that, and then I saw what? Sorry.
So the spirits here are more helpful and um, just in general, they're happier. There's not that presence of dread from like the redstones. They seem a lot more lively.
They're not gonna snitch about us to Corum.
No. I mean, the mice snitched you to those who guard the gates, but that's about it.
All right. Let's
Communicate
see.
with spirits. Where is
I
that?
guess Helia will keep that in mind until we get like closer to the mountains. But when we get there, we'll probably ask the spirits if they know of any portals or any way to get home.
Okay. Let's see, what is? Well, I gotta do a little bit of research, apparently. Communicate with spirits. Cool.
Hi.
Alright. Sorry. Okay. So, is there anything you either of you are doing on this walk, Ricky or Ash?
I'm gonna. Riki's gonna speak up. You guys like have a lot of group huddles. It's a little uninclusive and hurts my feelings. That's it. He's just being a baby.
Well, we do not know you or your intentions. We can be more inclusive, though. Apologies, but this is a unfamiliar location.
Of course. I get
We're
it.
just being cautious.
Mhm.
New place, new people. You never know.
Yeah, of course.
Anything Ash wants to do, or are you just trying to get to
I'm
mountain?
just trying to be observant, and then I'm also having Deanna be observant too. She's walking around at our feet and just sniffing everything and just, just making sure that we're still okay.
Oh, I'm going to introduce Ricky to Souffle.
Oh no.
Who's souffle?
So this is Souffle, and like you watch as Helia like reaches at like the nape of her neck out of like her hair and just pulls forward a little rat. And goes, so this is Souffle. Um, he is my little man. Love
He
him.
is
He is a
he is
great
not a
friend.
snack.
He
What?
is not a snack, no, but is a
Well, then
great
I'm gonna
friend.
eat him. I know a
Oh,
familiar when I see one. I get it.
just making
He's
sure.
adorable. You guys make a lot of assumptions about me. I don't get it. What have I done to deserve this?
Nothing. That is the point.
And Candy's very tame. Right, Candy! And Candy just sort of like snarls, yeah.
Still like frothing.
Still frothing. Still throbbing.
Okay. Ash, you were the first to see the watchtower that, or rather a watchtower that looks very much like the one the Void Coven destroyed when setting up their Coven instead.
Oh, wait, hold. Stop. Ilya,
Yeah.
seen that? Are we
Didn't
gonna have to do that again?
I thought we exploded that place. Did they rebuild?
Better not have. We don't have the manpower this time around.
I didn't. When I was sensing with the spirits, I didn't get the vibe of any of the redstones. I feel like I would have maybe picked it up. Uh, and Haley's just gonna turn to Ricky and just, what is this?
Question, what is that?
Oh,
So, from your experience, it looks like it's just a tower from those who guard the gates.
Just a tower. The guards go up there and do their guard things.
Guards from who? Like, do they have a
The,
title?
like the ones that you saw, like
Those who guard the
that-
gates.
yeah, the guard the gates and.
Hmm.
Why do you guys want to fuck it up or something?
I mean, we've exploded it before. Not here, I guess. I mean, that is Deseret. Like, is it obvious that we're not on Earth? Have we connected those dots yet?
Right?
Actually, so that depends on you guys. When you were still in the enclosure, they said welcome, or that you were in Deseret.
Mm.
And they called you all sorts of, or they called you mundanes and whatnot. But I don't think it's actually been explicitly stated for the autistic minds that you are in Arcadia.
It's a little bit easier. Yeah. So we exploded that tower already when it belonged to Coven. They were like keeping witches hostage. So how? It wasn't that long ago. How quickly did they rebuild?
yeah,
don't
I
think-
mean, look. I still
honestly
have the
don't think-
damage to my hand.
Ooh. Ugh. That's pretty cool. Can I see?
No, once enough.
Okay.
I just want to know about this.
Well, I mean, I've been here for a decent amount of time. I don't think that thing's ever been exploded the whole time I've been here. Did I say something wrong?
Do we know how long ago it was that we exploded it?
So that was 4 missions. We'll say it was 1 cycle, so about 3. What is 1 cycle? A month and a half, I think. 2 months.
We could. Then I've been here like what, a year?
Yeah.
That it felt like.
A
Maybe.
year in Deseret.
Yeah. So probably
about
not that
6 months
long.
in Arcadia.
Okay.
Yeah, we put that down not super long ago. Interesting.
Well, time just works weird here in general, so I wouldn't be surprised if like you did a thing and then you forgot, or like you did a thing and then it turns out you did a thing at a different time, or you did a thing and then you didn't actually do that thing.
As it starts to sound more and more like fate trickery.
Yeah. I'm having a feeling that this isn't actually home.
Because,
Feeling
well,
we're not in Kansas anymore.
here's the thing.
We're not in Deseret anymore.
this type of damage isn't something we would forget doing.
Yeah, that definitely happened.
I mean, granted that happened with the forum lockup at the tower, but still.
Now we definitely need to get out of here.
Yeah, as much as I like the little trickery, unknowing vibe, I do like seeing my work of crumpled quorum buildings.
Well, yeah.
Ah,
I think that's when it would connect for Ricky, like, this isn't quorum, never has been. Because it's not Earth.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you guys just had sort of an earth shattering revelation, but I sort of just did, which is it makes me feel a little icky because I've been here a while and haven't connected the dot. So
Wait, you've been sitting here this entire time not knowing that it's
yeah,
Arcadia.
yeah, no, Ricky, the fool card in tarot is not foolish, but Ricky is foolish. He is a certified dumbass, as I
I
have
like that.
decided.
That is awesome. Hey,
He's innocent.
I'm definitely starting to get the vibe that this isn't exactly like this is Deseret, but it's not our Deseret. Ah, I haven't been to Arcadia before, but I feel like this might be that. There's some Fae happening.
I think I came across
Maybe-
something in one of the books I was looking in the other day, but I kind of just skipped over it because I was just focusing on these crystals. I planned to go back to it, but now I need to go back to it.
We kind of need to go back for you to go back to it.
Right.
do you want to do a flashback? See if you can figure anything out about it?
Yeah, I could do that.
Give us that flashback.
So it could have been during my research when I ended up not going with anybody. I was just like holed up in my room. And then whenever I came out, I just had my hoodie on. I was in concentration mode. Just went to the kitchen, grabbed some food, and then went back into my room and just shut my door and just got back into either studying or sleeping or any of that stuff.
You're hyper focused. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let me have you do a study check so I
Okay.
can think. And it's study or yeah, focus might also work or target.
yeah, I think focus would be better.
Okay. I don't
Considering
have
I have a
your
point,
notes.
I have a point and focus.
Okay.
Okay.
Exclamation XG. Oh yeah. I don't know if you want to, but you can totally fey bargain or push yourself for extra dice.
That's kind of funny since we're already here, but
Right.
Just a fair. Hey, yeah, you can do that.
just turn to the left. Hey, by the way. Let's see, one and oops. Of course.
Okay. fail.
Naturally.
Yeah, we're starting.
So the only thing you got was the word mirror. So you can figure that out. Correction.
I'm sorry, what was that word again? Mirror with the M?
Mirror. Yep.
Okay.
Mirror.
Okay.
Very poor limited info. Oh,
I feel
you
like
forgot
just
G.
during the flashback, it was because Helia kept coming in and was like, "Oh, hey, can I borrow this?" And just like clattering everything during the hyperfixation.
Do you want to go to risky and try again? Or do you want to just take the failure as is?
Let's take the failure for right now.
Okay. So, what you remember is mirror and something about doubles.
About Knowles?
Doubles.
Oh, doubles. Okay. Um. Okay, hold on. I'm remembering something. You know how in some shows or whatever they get zapped to someplace. It mirrors everything that's going on, and then sometimes they zap to someplace and they're told, oh, if you see someone like you, don't interact with them. All that you know. That's what I'm getting from this. Oh God, I hope there's not doubles up here.
Like doppelgangers?
Right, yeah. I hope not.
I would love to see a double of me.
I was
We're
sort of
not
thinking the
supposed to.
same.
No, don't you remember from those shows? They die when they can't interact in the same space.
Oh, what's death but like a next life? Just life level 2.
I have too
That's
much.
aside from like Ramus's nap, but extended.
Yeah, just a really long nap. And then like some nice witch comes along and says, Hey man, you done with that nap? You're about to be.
Oh my gosh.
Fricky is the energy we need in this session. Hey.
With that nap?
So, as you guys are chatting and talking, trying to remember all these things, we're going to say a brigand guard walks out of the tower and just stops and looks at you strangely. Are you guys here to see? I had a name for him. Hold on.
We here to see your mom. Oh,
Snap!
I'm sorry. I feel so Starky this session.
Honestly,
Ash is just done. They're just done with everything right now.
it is a vibe, and I love it. Are you
Helia
guys?
is just at the point of like, I'm tired and I'm just gonna be a silly little dude, just a silly little thing.
Are you guys here to see Pando?
Am I here to
What's
see?
a Pando?
The great spirit of the forest. Is that not you guys? You look like you're from. Okay, maybe I'm just focusing on you because you look pretty. Does to hell yeah.
Oh, I know. You should see me when I'm not tired. Anyways, so we're here to see. You said Panda was the name, like the bear.
Bear? No, it's a spirit of the forest.
Oh, I can talk to those. Yes, we are here to speak with the forest spirit.
Okay. Um, so it's just up the road by about a mile. They cleared the way a little bit, but just be warned, there's a rogue griffin somewhere.
Maybe we'll find your job on the way.
That's what
This
it
is
sounds
very
like.
convenient.
All right. Let's go talk to a forest spirit and then find that rogue griffin. And lead it to water, but we can't make it drink.
Hey, my job is just to lead it, man.
Okay. So for the next mile, the train is what you'd expect from the trail up to your Covenstead, just without the road. So it's like going through the Shire.
Mm.
However, when you get there, it opens up into a treetop forest. So, or a treetop village. When you get there, there's a rope that swings, or a rope ladder that hangs down, and up above is bridges connecting trees to trees, and yeah, buildings within those said trees. Everyone looks around, looks down at you guys, smiles. Come on up. Go to the festivities, and music is playing in the background.
Don't get distracted.
God,
Like
are you here
fun.
yet? And that seems like a lot of fun. And if I've been missing out on that this whole time, I'd be really upset.
Oh no, this is just Ash like babysitting two very easily distracted individuals.
Pretty much.
Semi-dramatic.
Dragging a body.
It will say it's Ricky's turn to drag the body, so he can't. He's a little indisposed.
Mm.
There'll be plenty of time to do all that later. Let's find your griffin, do what you need to do so we can get out of here. Because we have stuff we need to do in our own world, space, whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. Sorry for being inconsiderate. And Ricky looks like his feelings are like actually hurt.
We'll request. Can I try to talk to that spirit? I've been studying spirits as like one of my like long-term projects, and I think it would be nice to be able to talk to the forest spirit. Oh, also, thank you for all the follows.
For all the
Yes,
follows.
thank you. Okay, so you start to commune. You start to do your little ritual, and you hear a voice in one of the village huts just go, "What do you want now?"
I hear that.
Yeah. Well, you all
Uh,
hear that.
Oh,
what do we?
Rude.
I didn't mean to disturb you. I'm just kind of here to have a little chit chat, see how you're doing. Somebody told me that there was a forest spirit to talk to.
Why are you using this spirit channel? Like, just come up and have a drink.
mm-mm-mm.
Helia's just gonna shift gaze to Ash, like super excited, like please.
No.
All right, well,
Just
we have something that we have to do, so we can't exactly have like a whole drink and a stop. But if you don't mind, humoring me just a little bit, maybe we could have a little chit chat going.
All right. What can
Yeah.
you? How can I help you?
So I was told There was a forest spirit here named Panda that I should talk to. They didn't exactly tell me to talk about him with anything specifically, but I am here to listen and to vibe, and we are looking for a way home also, if you happen to know anything about that.
From that hut, you see a tree spirit walk out. They are generally humanoid in shape, but they look like an ent.
Mm.
Um, the only difference is that the tree they're based off of is an aspen rather than say an oak. And they look down at you and say, "I'm Pando, and yeah, I can probably get you home."
Wow. And hello, nice to meet you. My name is Helia. This is Ash. This is our new friend Ricky. And in the crate that we are dragging, that is Ramus. They are sleeping.
Wait,
Not
Sleeping.
permanently, just temporarily.
Just sleep.
wait, hold on. Uh, Helia, Ash, Ramus?
Ramus cart, Ricky dragging the cart.
Right, no, I recognize you guys.
Oh. Do you recognize us from?
Yeah, I serve your patron.
Oh. You know of it was Sagittarius A, correct?
Is that what they call him nowadays?
That's what we know him as.
The
The
literal
boy.
center of the galaxy? Yes.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you. Good to see other Void Coven friends. I don't know if you're technically Void Coven, but if you are, that's awesome.
Uh, I am not. But this is the Void Village. Yes.
Ash, there's.
Sorry,
You
your
gotta
audio
Are
cut
you
out.
sure we can't stay?
How do we know they're just not saying what you want, what they think they want? How do you know they're not saying what they think we want to hear? Plus, they said probably get us, not I can get you home.
So
With
what's
these
the
people,
probability?
remember, it's with these spirits, remember, it's all about the wording.
That is true. So what is this probability that we could get home? Is there
Well,
a percentage?
I don't want to make any promises because as a Fae that is uh cosmically binding. But the chances are very good. I just need a little bit of time.
Hmm.
And I need a hair from, well, a scale from that, pointing to you, Ash. And then about,
Why?
so I can connect you to someplace in Deseret.
Now I know that I'm
I'm
really
doing.
excited about it, but you don't have to if you don't want to.
No, peer pressure says you should definitely do it.
Says the
Yes,
person we
exactly.
hardly
Name, your social
know.
security number, your mother's maiden name.
And I'll get you home.
I'll get you
As we
home.
struggle.
Here's the thing, though. I would rather trust a spirit than those guards.
I would agree.
Experience, I'd agree.
Does it matter if it's damaged?
No, it just has to be organic, meaning actually yours, not something you like dyed or like coated on because vanity or whatever.
So I take a piece of the skin from my hand that's still healing. I go, here, this I don't need.
And she's in your hand and appears in his. Wonderful. I will contact our patron and get a portal ready. I believe you had a griffin to wrangle, did you not?
Yes, if you could
That
help
one
out with
did,
that,
yeah.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Well, the herd or the flock of griffins usually roost about 4 miles that way. The loner one, however, is about 2 miles on the other side of the mountain.
Thank you.
Good luck.
To go do that, redirect, and then come back, and we'll be good.
Yes. And I will watch Ramus, so you don't have to cart them around the mountain.
Mm,
How do you feel about that, Ash?
I was kind of hoping to sit in the cart and watch Ramus while you helped this one with the Griffin issue.
Cut out again.
Oh, whatever you are comfortable with. If you want to stay with Ramus, that is totally okay. If you want
Sort
to
of
bring,
boring here by yourself.
No. We were going to take the cart with us.
Ah,
And I sit and watch y'all while sitting in the cart with Ramus.
boring too.
But at least they're with you, if I'm getting the intent right.
Yeah.
Yes, we're
I'm
not
getting it.
separating the group.
yeah, don't split the party.
It's probably for the better that he I don't know your level of care for Remus, but it probably is better around here not to lose anyone. Candy has been mistaken on the occasion for a seat, and that didn't ever really end well.
Oh no.
Sounds like a spicy seat.
He was a
Definitely a
very
big pain in the
spicy
ass.
seat. Yeah. But people were like, oh wow, so pretty. Definitely not actually sharp. But then he was sharp.
All right. Well, in the case of you're going to be sitting with Ramus, I shall bestow Molly upon you.
Okay, you pull out Molly, and she seems heavy. And the moment she's no longer in your pouch, you're holding a full-ass goose.
Hey,
What?
is this
What?
like a vase that means a lot to you guys?
No, that was
Like a little garden thing that you take along with you
no,
on your
no,
journey?
that wasn't that. Oh my god.
Molly is not Molly.
Molly,
No.
Molly is Molly. Still has the same resonance as Ramus, but it's now a goose.
To goose.
Start it again.
So just shifted from like duck to goose.
Yes. Same coloration and everything at the moment.
They said it was glass.
Oh. No, sorry, goose.
That's why I said, oh, garden decoration? Wow. A goose is less to comment on.
I quickly turned my head to look for Deanna to see, are you changing too?
Not if you don't want to.
I mean, she could. It could freak out Ash, though.
That's entirely up to you. I've already talked to Mia about that, so this is all on their plan. And yeah, you
Well,
can 100% change up your familiars in any way you want. I will without your permission beforehand.
mm,
You
I
had it
am.
in your pocket the whole time?
Yes, it is like a foraging pocket, and I'll just like open it up and like it's really deep. I can fit like my whole forearm in there.
Whoa. Yeah, that is a lot of cool stuff. You have to show me sometime.
As you poke yourself with the broken glass.
Ah,
Oh,
yes, I
Oh,
forgot about that. Oh, is Molly okay? No broken glass. I forgot about it.
oh no!
I mean, again, you started the undertaking as a duck, and I was a goose. Still unconscious, but like, I think they're gonna have some kind of
no glass in the goose.
glass in the goose.
No glass in the goose.
Just glass in my finger. Flick, flick.
Okay.
So we're
No clues.
taking the unconscious one with us.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
let's head off to that lone griffin. Um, I gotta say, and we're probably walking at that point, right?
Mhm. I assume so at least.
Yeah. I gotta say, after this revelation, I'm really glad I didn't make or break any promises while I was here. I feel like that could have ended really not well for me. Sometimes being non-committal comes in handy.
Commitment issues.
For the most part.
Immediate thoughts in your head. Why don't you join the void?
Yeah. We always have extra room. And considering the fact that you didn't even know that you were in Arcadia, well, you sound like the type of people that we surround ourselves with. Ash looks so tired. I'm so sorry.
I thought you
No,
never
it's okay.
asked. I'd love to join.
Just like that.
Ash is just so done and wants his pillow and his blanket. And just
So I'm guessing that was in character, right, Ricky?
Ricky's like, literally, I thought you'd never ask. I'd love to join. A little bit like sarcastic, as in like I've been literally waiting because I've been such a fangirl over you guys for such a long time.
don't we vote new members?
Up to everybody else, and have the vote held once we get back.
As it
No, I could
stands.
just like have the name. It could be nominally part, but like never really do anything with you.
So you guys are within reach of the void village, and the moment Ricky even sarcastically says, "I'd love to join," they have the telepathic bond. So now you have their thoughts as your own, or as well as your own, whatever they decide to transmit.
Right now, probably just like a lot of Ricky's surface thoughts aren't words, they're visuals. So it's sort of like just fireworks and pop rocks in their brain right now.
100% void material.
Well, apparently in Arcadia there's no voting system. It just is.
Don't worry, it is 100% temporary. If you so
I'm
wish.
sure that we could still vote later, I guess.
See, that's why I said strange place. We need to be careful.
Ricky's a bit sad at the
Well,
idea of not actually being a part of this cool club.
fine. Welcome. I just want to go home. I just want to go home.
2 votes are
Okay,
in.
okay. Well, we're getting there. We just need to get the griffin, and then we get to go home.
The defeat on poor Ash's face. Just,
Poor Ash.
I'll make you some like really, really good sleepy time tea when we get back, I promise.
you're promising.
I am promising I won't break it though.
Okay.
Let me do something right quick.
Oh no.
Oh,
It always
oh.
scares me when the lore weaver's like, hold on a sec.
Give me
Let
1
me
minute.
I want
let
to
me
do
do a
something.
roll.
Fear.
That's almost like when I switched the color scheme on you guys. Hey, did not actually roll on screen. Interesting. So I got a good result on a fortune. There we go.
It did.
There we go. It took a minute. Okay, so you feel warm sensation wrap around your wrist, hell yeah, and it just says T.
Tea.
Tea.
Spill the tea, sis.
Sis, that is tea.
This is great. It's like a to-do list on my arm.
It's a little friendship bracelet that will kill you if you break it.
We have no idea what that will do if you break it, but at least you have a memory. You have to make tea. Okay.
I have so many blends back at the Coven stead. It'll be great.
Does it have to be like as soon as you get home? Is that what that was?
I don't remember if there was a time limit on it. I think you just said it when we get back.
Yeah.
All right, let's do an engagement roll. See how well this griffin hunting goes by.
Yes. Do we need to make any
Hmm?
like survey or anything like that type of roles to find it?
So I'm going to, if I can actually find the right drive.
Really a Wonder Pets episode.
Wonder Pets.
Yeah, you guys remember that show?
Yes.
Didn't we kind of do one last time we
Last.
played?
That's what I was thinking. Like, because if you're talking about just being the familiars, they did that last session.
Which was kind of fun. I wouldn't mind doing that again at some point.
Yeah. Also, sorry, I just saw Gavin's message in the dice roller of like, no, yell at Helia.
Yeah, I found it. Okay. Sorry, I'm apparently did not bring this one page up. All right, so we've got an engagement roll. Okay. This will set up. I'm sliding. How am I getting taller? That's how. So I have my
I wish
cam
I.
taped to a box, and the tape just keeps coming down.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. So
A+ streamer.
right.
We are
Sure.
professionals, people.
Yes.
All right. So the engagement roll will decide all the well, I will decide based on the engagement roll how well searching for the griffin goes. If there's any other deficiencies, basically one die for sheer luck, one for every advantage. Hold on. Before we do that, how are you guys going to go about uh searching for said griffin
Have
or trap?
what?
Searching and or trapping. And this is less about the roles and more about the fiction.
I'm gonna have Candy try to sniff it out. Assuming griffins eat a lot of meat, the smell of death could be very specific,
Mhm.
well enough for Candy to be able to tell the difference. And being a familiar, the intellect is enough to be able to be like, oh, I know what this is. Does that make sense?
So, you and your familiar are basically one creature in two bodies. Uh, it's your soul plus theirs. So
Mhm.
if your familiar sees and smells it, you can also help separate all of that good jazz. So, um, I'm guessing it would probably smell like a bird and a lion. And while Candy wouldn't necessarily know the difference, you would. You'd be able to
If
separate
I'm
that.
being put on animal duty, the assumption is I've worked with animals a lot.
Hmm.
So,
So you
um,
probably know the scent of Griffin anyways.
that works. I've been sent on this mission at least one other time, and I did it outright. It just took a little bit. Something similar, at least. So I'll have Candy sort of keeping a smell out for it,
Okay.
just for that hypersensitivity of smell.
All right. So
Sorry, my guineas are gnawing.
that to me sounds like the method is pursuit and a trail for detail. Sound about right? Trying to catch its trail.
Yes.
All right. Smell trail. Okay. So one die for sheer luck. One die for every major advantage. Operation is particularly bold or daring. You are hunting a griffin on its home turf. I think that's kind of bold. What do you guys think? Yeah.
I would so. I
Yeah.
mean, it knows the terrain better than we do.
Um, Plans detail exposes the vulnerability to the target, hits them with their weakest. I don't think that one necessarily applies.
Such a soft spot for animals, guys.
Friends of context provide aid or insights. I'm going to say yes on that one because Pando basically told you where to go.
Yeah.
And the target is a lower tier. I believe Griffins are tier 3. So you are on even tier. So you don't get a die for that. You get one taken away for every disadvantage. Uh, Operation is overly complex or contingent on many factors. Uh, Target is strong against this approach or have particular defenses or preparations. I'm going to say yes because it can fly. You guys can't. That we know of.
I
Yeah,
wanted to use Helm of
familiar.
Darkness to give us
Okay.
complete invisibility.
So
If
that's gonna work
that
on
is
you. And
oh,
that's not gonna help with this roll, but it is
okay,
definitely something you can do after we kind of set the stage.
understood.
Actually, I'm thinking that would actually overcome the the versus flight. Also, as Gavin points out, for two essence you can extend it to others, so very plausible.
Mhm.
So we'll give you that die back. Um, Enemies rivals interfering in the operation, as far as you know, no. So it seems like a 3 die engagement roll.
Shall I?
Mine.
What are we looking at?
Good results. The PCs encounter the first obstacle from a controlled position. So, what I think that looks like is you guys see the griffin before it sees you, and you also notice the wargs that are currently hunting said griffin. Hello, kitty.
That was violent.
It was very violent. Yeah, he's clawing up my chair, but it's fine. I can't be mad at him.
Right.
The guinea pigs were chittering at each other and being angry.
Okay. So yeah, there is wargs hunting said griffin, and they will probably be hunting you if you let them. But you guys are in a control position, so you may act freely.
Okay, so that is a bit of a problem. I will say I do not want them to kill that griffin. If we cannot let that happen, that'd be great. I'm not an ideas guy. Do do either of you have you both seem pretty smart, at the least smarter than me.
Let's see. What can we do? Okay.
Oh,
Sorry. Cat is doing cat things and just knocking things off of my desk. All right. All right.
Okay.
Great question. Perhaps we can maybe try to lure it. Like you said that that you could smell it out. Maybe if we got something and kind of like dragged it behind us to trail it to follow us.
So, let me think. Actually, I think I need to take a break really quick.
Okay. Just got whacked in the face by my cat's tail.
Your cats are very violent.
They're so like I think it's because I worked longer than usual today. So when I got home, they were like, "Dad, what the fuck?"
Oh,
All right.
Cawthor, where have you been?
Father,
All right.
please.
So we're gonna go to break. We'll be back in just a few minutes. See you then. Welcome back. So, our Void Coven is currently chasing a uh, griffin who is being chased by a small pack of wargs, monstrous wolf type things. What is your plan to get this griffin away from the wargs and to its flock?
I'm going to use my Helm of Darkness, and I will use the. I don't quite know how the essences work, but I'm going to use it
Okay.
to extend it to my friends here.
So what you're going to do is mark two essence off of your sheet, and it's just in the center on the second page. I believe it's the
Got it.
bottom ones. Yep.
Thank you.
Sorry, I had an eyelash in my eye for a second there, but Helia's gonna go ahead and use her commune with spirits grimoire power. Um, we'll go ahead and focus on that for an essence to speak with the spirits in the area. So if we lose eyes on the griffin, they can like tell us where it went.
All right. So there is one thing that I've yet to touch on. Ricky, you are used to casting magic in Arcadia, and when you cast Helm of Darkness and it encompasses your friends, you all sort of sink into uh, the Arcadian version of Hades. So you can still see Arcadia, and you're still in Arcadia, but you can also be perceived by the specters in Hades.
All right. No one freak out. This is completely normal. I just made us a little invisible for a bit.
And Helia, uh, on top of being in the spirit world, you are also carrying blue stones in Arcadia. So now you can clearly hear and see all the spirits in a, we're going to say, 200-foot radius.
Oh wow. There are a lot of you. Hello.
No more than usual.
But
Weird
it
little.
is quite apparent.
Hey, it seems like a boon for now. We'll see if that turns into a bane as you go after this griffin.
Heard. Uh, I guess Helia will kind of like communicate with everybody. Like, okay, so like everybody isn't like the spirits. Um, all right, so we are tracking this like griffin. I guess in the instance of like if we can't find it, would you mind assisting us in being able to see where it went?
Let me have you roll a sway.
Yeehaw. Okay. Um, what is my sway? I have
Small
one.
Russian yeehaw.
All right. That will be one. Let us see how that goes.
Be worse.
That is a partial success. You do it at a cost. So, I think that looks like mostly some spirits like, yeah, we'll help you, but it doesn't seem convincing.
You are all entitled to what you want to do. You don't. You do you. If you want to help, that's great. If not, that's okay.
Sure, extend. I think, yeah. All right, and then Ash, do you have something for the wargs?
Yeah, let's think I should do a little energy control.
Okay.
Now, my thing is, I'm trying to figure out should I do it just enough to scare them, or should I just outright maybe like make an example of one of them and see if the rest run off.
That's completely up to you. You just have to remember that the griffin will also probably cure it.
True. Um, I'm gonna try to hit the ground, kind of like behind, like the gnolls are all in a group together, right? Or are they spread out?
The orcs, yeah, I imagine they're
Wards, right?
running like a normal pack.
Okay.
So you probably have one circling around to the other side of the griffin. Yeah. But then the rest of them are waiting and laying in wait.
Okay. So I'm going to. Am I able to see where like the majority of the group is?
Hmm.
Okay. I want to do a. I want to do an energy control close, not enough to hit them, but close enough to that one group to just to spook them into wandering off. See if they're as skittish and all that as in our world.
Okay.
Let's see. So that
Because
would be.
I believe it's a focus or target roll, right?
Oop,
Let me see.
guess.
Your control is a target plus 2 to 4 essence.
Okay. So targets.
And you have greater effects because of the redstones in Arcadia, or the bluestones in Arcadia.
Okay. So
Um,
how
I
many
think
dice do I get
actually,
as a result?
see, you have target, so we'll do plus effect for just the stone itself. You're welcome to do a Fey Bargain or spend 2 willpower to increase your die, or yeah.
Let's do. Let's do some good old Fey bargain suffer harm for a little Ash again. But yeah, let's do a Fey bargain.
Okay. Um.
I don't need my hands, right?
So I was actually thinking about that. This would be the third uh, consecutive section for Ash where you injured your hand. What if your hand stops working and it becomes a trauma?
Ah, okay.
Okay.
I can. So we're focusing specifically on the hand I've injured previously.
Yeah. What does that sound,
Okay.
or how does that sound to you?
Yeah, I could do that,
Okay.
and it could be my main hand too.
Okay.
All
So
right.
now,
So
now you'll have to come over or overcome the troubles with that.
right.
Also, good idea. Probably do
Yeah, we should.
block. Yeah. Yeah. Let's let's call the drive, or let's call 1 o'clock. Drive the wargs away. For we'll do a six. We'll do a 6 o'clock for both of them. So 6 o'clock for drive the wargs away, and a 6 o'clock for capturing the griffin.
Okay. And
So
I don't have to do F or anything like that after the
correct.
number of dice, do I?
Nope. Just the dice.
Okay. Let's see how bad this is.
Complete success. So we are going to call
Yes.
that. Hmm,
Nice.
we'll call that 3 ticks on the clock to drive the wargs away, and 1 tick for, or no, it's not driving the griffin away. So yeah, just the 3 ticks to the wargs.
Yes, be gone, warts.
Wart remover. I mean, okay,
The witch's true bane.
With lightning.
okay. So you're about halfway through driving the wargs away, and it was greater effect. That's right. We'll actually call that 5 ticks for greater effect.
Ooh,
So
okay.
they're
Nice.
they're all pretty skittish at this point.
Good, just like in our world.
Yeah, and then so we will also put a 6 tick or 6 o'clock for the wargs capture the griffin. And at this point, there is 2 ticks on it because now the wargs know they need to get the griffin and get out. Hmm. Ricky, what do you got? Have any ideas?
2. Do the thing. I'm gonna go in front of them. Sort of like at least close enough that I'm hitting like how many are there about?
I'm gonna say there's about, we'll do 5 hunting wargs.
5. I'm gonna try my best to get them all within the vicinity of my invocation of Tartarus. And throw like while in so just for flavor text. While in the Helm of Darkness, Ricky's sort of gonna like reach his hand out and like as he like drags it forward, just like this swirling of bluish silvery water forms in his hand. He's gonna try his best to just throw it forward at the wargs and make them forget what they were doing, or just make them forget their entire existence.
Give these wargs an existential crisis.
That's what we're going for.
Right. So it
Well,
sounds
they're
like
already spooked.
They're like, why were we scared? What were we doing? Who are we?
No, not you. Okay. So, what is invoke Tartarus?
Um, it
What is the
is
flavor text on that?
summon an underworld element, bale, fire, frigid water, grave dirt, or wicked wind to unleash an attack against an individual. And the Styx water was sort of
Right.
a flavor thing.
So the 6 water, remember, is your element, so you don't have to worry about that. And is there essence cost? It'd be 2E or something to that effect.
1E.
1E.
And
Okay.
then in quotes focus.
So then we'll roll a focus roll.
Okay.
And then it'll be a +3 to affect more.
Plus I'll do the 3E to affect 5.
Yeah. Rather than just the 1. Thank you. Sorry, I got lost in the wrong chat. Okay.
Okay, so just should I roll?
Do you want to spend 2 willpower to increase your die, or do you want to take a big bargain, or
A Fey bargain again in the Feywild's pretty.
okay?
And I imagine Ricky's probably done it a lot.
Okay.
just because it felt like the right thing to do, even though he had no idea what was going on.
Okay. Let's see. Save bargain. Collateral damage, lose an item, appear to betray a friend or loved one, offend or anger a faction. Ooh, let's say that the wargs, or that by attacking the wargs you are angering Seneschal because you are harming their beastie friends.
Could be his problem and a problem for me later.
Okay, so that would be an extra die.
Okay. So that's 2.
Mhm.
Rolling. Let's go at the 5.
Hey, got a partial success, so you do it at a cost. So, I think that the cost would be, yes, it is still controlled. I believe that the cost would be that you get all 5 of them.
Mhm.
And the one that was flanking the griffin decides to bolt without his buddies, which means there may or may not be more problems with them in the future for Ricky. Because you didn't get to that one mind wipe. You
So
can
he's gonna. So, he's a bitch that remembers, is what you're saying.
yeah,
I
you
got
can
it.
you can resist that if you want. Resist that consequence if you want.
What will it cost?
So you will do a resistance roll, which I believe be insight. And then yeah, it'll tell
My
you how
insight's
much willpower to spend to not have that happen.
my insight's pretty high.
I believe it's 3, right?
Right now it's 4 because I have craft study survey and then I took 1 more. I have all
Nice.
4 right now because I took an extra one in it.
Nice. All right. So yeah, you have a high chance of getting no cost or low cost resistance.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
What should I roll?
So it's going to be mission for R.
Okay.
Okay.
The audacity.
You reduce the resist effect and spend 1 willpower. So you just spend 1 willpower, and uh, there's there's no witnesses left to remember.
No witnesses.
No one remembers. So
Good. They shouldn't.
Remembers what?
Yeah, exactly.
okay. Last part is the griffin.
Do my little spirit friends still have an eye on it?
Mhm.
If they lended their eyes at all?
So, you can't always try to uh, reconvince them, or just trust that they are doing their best.
Oh, that is a great question. Uh, are there any spirits amongst the group that seem like they are willing to help?
Dun, 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 dun. Do a fortune roll. I like that. So Gavin said you could take reduce effect on an action roll check and something else. Result. So yeah, I'm gonna have you re-roll that sway. See how well
Okay.
they've been doing.
Well, let's go. I believe my sway was 1. Let me double check just to be sure. Yes, my sway was 1. I don't want to command them because that doesn't seem nice right now. So we shall see. Ooh, no.
Ugh.
They're outright ignoring your request.
Okay, that's fine.
You can always go down in level from control to risky and try again. Yeah.
That is a good question. How do we feel about going to risky? Or we could just leave it as is and let the spirits do their little spirit thing.
You know, for Arcanist, the spirits tend to hate you.
Oh, it's such a shame for Helia, who is an animist witch and talks to spirits, and the spirits are just like, actually, no.
I mean, there's bound to be one animist who was like that for them.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just a shame it's her.
Yeah, Helia's just too like hard-headed to quit.
I think it's really funny though.
Oh no, yeah, it's hilarious. Helia's just like, I guess, was just too socially awkward growing up to like change grimoire paths. She was just like, maybe they'll like me someday, just not today. So yeah, I guess Helia will just kind of take it. She'll just, all right, that's fair.
So socially awkward that not even the spirits will befriend you.
So sad.
Oh man.
Yes, 100% Gavin is trying to instigate trouble. And I'm over here like, ooh, that's a good idea. Ooh, that's a good idea.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Okay. So, last bit is to get that griffin.
They might be scared of the underworld portal. Fair enough.
That is 100% true. But technically speaking, y'all are in the underworld, letting it bleed into the Arcadia. So, we'll go. We'll go risky as the base setting now. As you try to capture the griffin. Ricky, do you have any anything to help lure it?
Lure it? No. Chase it? Maybe. If we could get this to be an elephant and a mouse situation with Candy.
Which is exactly what the work we're trying to do. I like it.
So I'm gonna throw Candy out, and even though they're pretty much the same, Ricky likes to talk to Candy like it's a whole separate being that does its own thing. Candy, fetch! Throws her out.
Oh no.
And she's gonna like land on the ground and just take off after the griffin. Snarling, frothing at the mouth. Like, you don't want to touch this thing. It will give you some sort of disease.
Is there a way I could also assist by any chance?
Oh, 100%. So we'll have Nishka. Did you want to assist in roleplay or in dice? Or both?
Both. I was going to see if, as Ricky essentially does a whole little like go fetch thing with Candy, if I could like toss Souffle out, wielding a little glass like sliver from the pocket.
Dude, this is yes, absolutely.
This sounds
Both
like a
of their
group action.
both of their names are sweets, and I love that.
Ash, you want on this, Miss Diona?
Sure, let's have Diana be just like this ball of just hissing and claws and just anger.
The glass dagger is really getting me too.
I love the glass dagger too. It's like, shh.
Yeah, I imagine
That'd be like me with a weapon.
Felt
yeah, I just imagine like tossing like Souffle out while Souffle is just like holding in both hands this just like glass shard, just like waving it around.
absolutely.
This new version of Pokemon's interesting.
Right,
A
that's
little
exactly what I was thinking.
Despero
Like,
action.
unhinged familiars, I choose you.
Yes, they're all
much.
feral. I don't think the Griffin's gonna know how to react or if it should.
All right, so I'm going to have you spend a willpower to start this mission, and then everyone roll a command or a sword or a finesse or some sort of roll to try and herd the Griffin without it taking off is the key point.
Or maybe getting it to take off in the direction we want it to go.
True. Either way, whatever you guys decide is more appropriate for the fiction.
So we're each rolling, correct?
Yes.
Or two.
A crit from Helia.
Yeah!
Yeah.
A fail from Ash.
Oh, no. Should I do one? Do I do one or two? I don't know.
What are you looking at? Sorry.
What?
So it'll be just an action die. An
Okay.
action roll. Using one of the dots. Yeah.
So just one?
Mhm.
Okay.
When a mouse is scarier than a cat.
And a 3, which is fine. With a group action, if one wins, they all win.
Oh, okay.
And in this case, Helia crit. So, Helia, it does exactly what you want, plus a little bit extra. What is it you're looking to do?
I'm looking to kind of like corral / redirect the Griffin to go in the direction that we want it to go. Considering the fact that like we know we have to bring it somewhere, I'm sure Ricky probably explained the destination to us. I imagine just Candy, Souffle, Diana, just like running behind this little Griffin, jabbing at the air as the Griffin starts running in the direction we're guiding it to.
That is awesome. I think I know what the crit is going to be. The flock of griffins that you're trying to herd it to hears the griffin's cries of distress and comes to meet it, and so you don't have to go as far.
Nice.
Full.
That works.
Perfect.
Oh, Souffle. I love that Souffle always rolls better than I do.
Souffle is such a leader.
The familiars tend to be the foils of the actual character.
Yeah.
So I was correct on something. A leader, so that would be you, Misha, spends 1 power plus 1 for each fail that rolled. So that would be an extra 2 willpower spent.
That's okay. What happens? It's not filled up, but what happens when it does get filled up?
So you trauma out. Your character just becomes basically drops out of the undertaking. They don't die or anything, unless you want them to. But usually they gain a trauma from that. Actually, I think that is part of the thing. They gain a trauma from it. So, on one side, you basically drop out of an undertaking, but on the other side, it becomes easier to level up because you now have a trauma to try and overcome during each XP session.
Fair enough.
Okay. So now the Griffin is where it needs to be. The undertaking is officially done. This is the fourth official undertaking that you've completed. Back to the Void Village. When you get there, uh, Pando is standing in the middle of the village on the ground, and there is a uh, circular portal with Ash's scale stretched out, and in the scale you see the Deseret Coven, or Coven's dead. I told
So
you I should be
cool.
able to get it done.
Very cool.
So
If,
hold on. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if I would have known that I could have done that this whole time, I wonder if I would have.
I find
So
that hmm,
oh, I was just going to add on to that. Um, so where we have a coven instead, you just have a whole village?
yeah,
Crazy. That's really
Interesting.
cool.
it in Arcadia there's often things that mirror or mimic uh, Earth.
Fate thingy majig.
Things happen for a reason, and things happen in order for a reason. And of
Destiny.
course, in the end, we all die. It all goes away. So
If we want to come back here at any point, I
Helia.
I just think
Dang it.
it's kind
Hold
of
on.
cool.
Hold on.
You
Hold
know,
on.
like we have a
Yeah.
coven instead, but they have a whole village.
Does
and
this
then
close
some.
at any point?
It will close when you guys pass through. I can't keep it up indefinitely.
Can we
Now, is it
stay
just
in
for
party?
us, or is he coming too? And I point at Ricky.
Does Ricky
It's
want to come?
obvious that he's not from here.
I want to come too. If you guys will let me.
I'm just asking because I'm asking on a scientific standpoint because that was from me. And I know that it was be connected to you, me, Helia, our sleepy time friend over here. That's why I was wondering.
Well, let me put to rest your scientific mind. It works for anyone who is part of the Void Coven. If I do remember right, uh, I was able to induct Ricky when they said they would love to be part of the Void Coven when you guys were leaving the village.
Right, that promise.
Things work here. I really truly do.
As for going back, you could try to make a deal with Pando, or you could do a downtime action and craft a portal, depending on what you guys want to do.
I think. Well, I know what Helia's choice is, but that's probably not Ash's choice.
Ricky
Technically,
just
you
wants
only
to
need
stay in
one.
party before we leave, at least.
But Helia would try to strike up a little deal, a little something.
Okay. Well, what is Helia's?
Well, I
offers?
don't really know what I could offer, but I think it would be pretty cool if we could come back here every once in a while. Um, so, oh boy. No, Ash, I didn't think about this very well. What do I want to offer? What can I provide to this deal?
You should offer your cool goop.
I suppose. Hmm. What can I do in return? Okay, hold on. Better question. Do you have any suggestions of what I can do?
Well, as an Arcanist, you actually have uh, Grimoire powers and Grimoire abilities that help you craft items. So,
Animist, not Arcanist.
oh, I got the wrong one. So then, thank you for that, by the way. I get those mixed up. I have no idea why.
They have similar sounding names.
Yeah, no, I just ADHD. They get crossed all the time.
Fair.
Okay, so
You're really like that.
you've had unique perspective here. Hell yeah. And that is you've seen spirits in Arcadia from Arcadian plants, Arcadian concepts. Spirits like me don't just come about. My forest is 20,000 years old, and I'm relatively young. But I'm sure there's a way for you to awaken the spirit and create more of me. Wasatch forests and whatnot.
I think that sounds really fun and interesting, but I have a bad track record with spirits. They don't seem to like me much.
Well, I think all you need is some practice. And I'm willing to wait. You can awaken the spirit of those forests in Deseret and create the beings here, and I will give you a portal.
I have a new project to work on.
It's like he's asking you to have his babies.
I didn't even think about that.
That's a pretty big promise.
I'm a mother of spirits.
I'm a Misha.
Glad it's
The
not
men
me.
are my babies.
He's literally asking for your firstborn.
Oh, I am a mother now. Oh my god.
Unintentional, but awesome.
That's awesome.
Helia, dumb of ass, pure of heart, will gladly accept that,
Propagation
yeah.
proposal.
Okay. Right below the word T is the word forest.
Right. It's handy. I have a little to-do list. So great.
Mhm.
Will I see this when we're back home?
Yeah, it's, for lack of better words, etched into your skin.
Fantastic. This is so great. My ADHD ass will never forget.
What does T mean?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
must have a gossip hour later.
tea is to make tea for Ash, the sleepy time tea. Forest, awaken spirits, become mother.
Who needs to be Mother Dragon when you're Mother
You
Force?
are Mother Nature.
There you go. Yep.
We got there. It took us a bit. We got there.
Amazing.
Nice. Alright.
Helia is so pumped right now.
Okay. And when you go through the portal, you are back at the Deseret, or the Void Coven stead. Including the, or we're gonna say it's just outside of your new garage where you have the beat up pickup truck from, or the old pickup truck from last session.
And of course, Ramus and the cart that we apparently stole.
Oh, that's not gonna have complications later.
As soon as we hear, assuming that Ricky just starts going, just because the air is so much different.
Oh, that reminds me. So,
Oh.
it's not as bad now,
Mhm.
but you do start to feel sort of drain magic that you
Drain.
Mhm. So Deseret is seated around both the Great Salt Lake as well as in this particular valley, or the valley adjacent to your mountain. Uh, there's mountain Ochre Mountains on the other side, which are filled with red stones, and it drains your magic, and it lasts, or it reaches out about this far in the Western Mountains. So that most has player knowledge. But what your character would feel is the familiar, like, uh, dulling of your magic.
Oh, now I remember what I was missing out on.
I'll get you a crystal. Don't worry about it.
Ooh. Okay, yeah. It's exciting to be part of a group. And like when he smiles, he's sort of been like grinny this whole time, but like he like has this like genuine smile and it's just shark fangs in his
Ooh, yes.
mouth.
So good.
All right. And technically, that is, I guess, an undertaking and an inner undertaking all completed the session.
Fantastic.
Woo!
And then, quick question. Because you did mention some form of time dilation, uh, does it seem like anything is like vastly different?
Not that you can see from the Coven said.
Okay. Helia's probably going to completely forget about the time dilation then. Sees, oh,
We'll see.
Coven said is normal. It's fine.
We'll see what that means next time.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys want to do Oh yes, I always forget about this. But it is now time to draw down the moon to solidify all the magic you've done, make you less trackable to forum.
Yes.
So who wants to lead that? It is just a ritual done at your coven stead. Who wants to lead?
Last time we had our guest star Elliot do it, so I feel like this time we should have Mistra as our guest star do it.
I mean,
Yeah, let's have the newbie do it.
I'll
All
do
right.
it.
Initiation roll.
Okay, so you guys are a tier 0 coven or tier 1 coven. So you're going to uh type out exclamation DDTM or exclamation 1 DDTM. Oof. Poor results. Restore 2 essence and 1 willpower to each member.
Oh, this is so great.
Yeah,
Man,
You said 2 essence, 1 willpower?
correct.
Heard.
Hey, hell yeah, what is your willpower at?
I have Let's see. You said it's 10 in total, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 out of 10 willpower used.
Oof. Good thing you didn't have to resolve resist or just resist anything.
Get trauma next time.
Okay. So, shall we do XP or do you want to do that off camera?
We can do either. It's fine with me.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Misha?
Yeah. Whatever your preference. If we're getting a little sleep.
Okay. Let's go ahead and we'll do that off camera since it's already almost 10 Eastern time.
EST, yeah.
Okay.
Almost 10.
Sorry, I'm 2 hours behind you guys. Little.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. So we'll do that off camera and let's go around and tell people where we can be found if we want to be found.
Her.
And we'll start with Vice.
Hey, hello, my name is Vice. I played Helia. So you can find me on Twitter at multiclassed. You can find me on Instagram at multiclassedvice. Um, you can also find my cosplay account at Vicera Cos. So that's going to be VYCERACOS. But yeah, like come hang out. I don't post super often to my Instagrams, but I regularly shitpost and share and retweet things on Twitter. So
Tiny?
I am Tiny, and I played Ash tonight. Very spicy, tired as anything Ash tonight. And you could find me as Tiny Bishi on Instagram, TikTok. I'm also very active on, well, I'm taking a pause from Twitch right now because I'm in the middle of moving, but you can find me on Twitch as the Tiny Bishi, all one word. I do a lot of gaming. Currently, my VODs up are Diablo 3, uh, Final Fantasy 14, and Disney Dreamlight Valley. And then you could also find me on YouTube. I believe it's at the Tiny One Bishi, all one word. And I'm currently posting videos of my Stray uh, past VODs that I did of the game Stray. Vice's kitty reminded me of that. And I'm also have been doing let's plays of the game YouTuber's Life. Oh my God, where I do the gaming route.
Okay. Misha?
Uh, I'm Misja. I go by Misja Calum, as in like CAELUM on Twitter. Same for not Twitch. That's what I was gonna say. I don't have a Twitch. Might consider making one. But I do have an Instagram. If you like amateur art, and also I just retweet stuff I think is funny. Feel free to follow me. There we go.
Nice. And I realized about halfway through I'd never actually introduced myself at the beginning as the Lore Weaver, but my name is Isabella Donna. I've been the Lore Weaver. I'm also the creator of the Deseret expansion. Um, you can find me pretty much anywhere at Isa Belladonna or Isa underscore Belladonna. I have a link tree, which makes it all easier. Same thing, Isa Belladonna. Um, I am currently working on getting my short story compendium, something like that. A bunch of short stories that I have set in the Children of Midnight world in the midnight setting, and that will be released on my Patreon and my Ko-fi, both of which you can find through my link tree. The quickest way to get a hold of me is through the Balsamic Games Discord, where I am a mod and I am relatively very active. So yeah, come and hang out. And yeah. Thank you all for joining us today. It's been really fun. We will see you, I believe, the second week of April for Deseret, and next week we have The Witch's Death coming back.
Oh, and tomorrow I'm running a murder mystery
Yes.
on stream at 7. So I will see you all tomorrow. Murder at the Masquerade.
I will also be there. So if you liked
I
how
am as well.
if you liked how we role play, please come and watch us tomorrow too.
I'm excited for that. I forgot all about that. I'm so sorry.
No, I forgot about it until just now.
All right. Well, y'all have a good night. Bye.